Fight.
So Kazuya is not really a gimmick character. He has a few gimmicks, so you have back 1+4, which is an unblockable that wall splats really high. You have up forward 4. This thing is also a low launcher, so you can launch here, but at lower ranks this will work, but at higher ranks this won't work. You will really get punished for this because it's launch punishable. But now the thing we're going to talk about in this video is a gimmick that I think is actually pretty good, and it's not really used a lot, but it's the second hit of his hell sweep, and that thing is actually a low launcher if you get the combo here. I think this is a really dangerous gimmick. And you know why? Because a lot of people expect Kazuya to do, yes you guessed it, a hell sweep. So a hell sweep is a low into a mid. So if they see you with the low, they think you're going for the mid, and they know the mid is launch punishable. It's -16. So what do people do? They will just stand there and block. Now you are smarter and you see, my hell sweep, it's missing. So the other guy is backdashing, and you see, oh man, my hell sweep is going to whiff. Then you can cheese them out and go for the second low. Now let's say I'm the defending player and I want to defend against this gimmick, and I do what you do against Kazuya, and that is stepping to the left. So let's see what this gives. So he's going to do a low into another low or a low into a mid, and I'm going to try to sidestep left after he does the low. So he whiffs the low and I'll try to sidestep. So let's see where sidewalking on reaction gets me. Well, he's going to whiff, I'm going to step, and this hit me pretty bad. This also hit me. This also hit me. So as you can see, there's a lot of tracking on the move. So it's not that you can step it. Again, bam, this hit me. So yeah, you gotta really watch out for this, because it gets into a true 50-50 mix-up. Now it is a 50-50, but actually the 50-50 is in your favor, because if you block the low, let's say, I hope he does the low, yeah, you get a launch punish. And if he does the mid, you also get a launch punish. So yeah, this is still in your favor. So if you expect him doing the mix-up, and if he keeps doing the mix-up, then, well, the mix-up is in your favor. Now there's a note I need to make, and that is when you're already side-walking. So if you're side-walking already, this will not track. So you side-walk hell sweeps, and it's still the same for both the follow-ups. So both the low and the mid, I hope he does the mid, both the low and the mid, yeah, will completely whiff on sidewalking opponents, and you keep sidewalking and then you whiff punish him. Now you don't have to take the mix-up. If you see him with the hell sweep, you can whiff punish with, let's say, an electric or a 1-1-2. I think a 1-1-2 is safer, because the second hit is actually pretty fast. So I might be too late. If you react too late, yeah, well, you will take the low, and you don't want that. So it's actually a pretty good gimmick. You see Mayman Sui, he does it once in a while in matches, because other people don't expect it. At the wall it's also better, because it's pretty easy, yeah, backdashable, whoa. So I would say this is a gimmick that is used more at the wall, because this thing is easily backdashed. So I showed you the properties of the move, and I showed you how to defend against it. Now if you're an attacking Kazuya and you want to use this move, well, I said this was a low launcher, but this is actually not always a low launcher. You really have to think about this as if it has clean hit properties. And what do I mean by clean hit? Well, clean hit from Tekken, let's say Paul's Demo Man, you need to hit them from close. So back to 1, I'll show you that from far it won't reach, so this won't launch. But from close, if I get the second hit close enough, that's not close, this is close, well, this gives you a combo, and you can do a really easy combo like this, back to 1 and then do the rest. Now let's say you hit them from far, what can you actually do, because you won't get a launch? Well, you will get free damage, so you can do a forward 4 into pretty great Oki, but I think your most damaging option, and please tell me if I'm wrong about this or if I'm right, I think the most damaging option that can always hit is another hell sweep. So you go for this and then again for the hell sweep, and you see 35 damage. So if you hit this thing from pretty far, your best bet is to do a hell sweep. Now there's an option that I think has a bit more range than the back to 1, which I prefer, is doing a down forward 4. I think the down forward 4, yeah, picks up faster than the back to 1. So let's show this to you. This won't work, but a bit closer. I think this will work, and I think that wouldn't have worked with a back 2-1. So yeah, you can go for the down forward 4 and then back 2-1 and then let's say 1-2-4-3 into a forward 3. Yeah, 51 damage. So you see this is not full combo damage, this is not 70 damage, let's say, but this gives you pretty good damage and it's an easy combo. Now from the closest range I actually don't use back to 1, I use an electric, because an electric will also hit, and as you will see this does 60 damage. So this does way more damage and yeah, it's more fun, but the execution is pretty hard to do. So if you want to be consistent, if you want to go for the kill, well, you better go for back to 1 or down forward 4. If you want even higher damage, you can do an electric into a dash electric, but yeah, that is really not easy to do, and I wouldn't do that in match because I think that's too inconsistent, but because I'm not good enough at electrics. And now to finish, I actually said from far range you cannot launch, but you can actually launch because you can do dash electrics there. So the dash electric will work from longer ranges than down forward 4, but it doesn't work at the furthest range. So if I do a hell sweep at the furthest range, I think you should go for the hell sweep because the dash electric won't even work. Also, the dash electric is really hard to pull off, and I'll show you a clip of a combo you can do and the range you can hit it with. Now, if you have questions about this topic or you want to know more about other Tekken stuff, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you think I went wrong somewhere, I made mistakes, just let me know. I really like to read it where I went wrong. And yeah, see you guys next time.